A recovering
regulator.
And
So,
real quick, and then we'll move on to the next question.
I just, as Errol, as I hear you talk about the public marketing, of course, being a rule follower, I was actually chair of the risk management committee in Arizona last year. And so, Ann, I've got I understand where you're coming from. But I really like understanding the rules so that I know what's allowed and what's not allowed. And one of these rules about public marketing to me says, okay, great. So public marketing, what does that mean? What fields does that mean? Are we talking about we can't post photos? If we post photos and no address, if we post bedrooms and price, but no photos, are we allowed to do everything but the address and tax parcel ID number? Like, what is advertising a listing really mean?
That is, again, a very big question. We're trying to suss out the difference between public, what crosses over the barrier to public marketing.
Because I'm a carrot dangler. I want to show a view and I want to give a price and I want to say, ask me, this is coming, get ready. But is that...
And I would say, and on that note, again, it's a lot of differences across different LMSs of what that constitutes. And we will get into, for example, for Zillow's policy on 630, we will get to that before we leave here today, of maybe Zillow's interpretation of what that looks like, because, is Zillow following local LMSs? Are you interpreting that in a nationwide way?
Spencer, you're spot on. And I just want to frame this in my mind, just so that I just feel like I need to share how I'm looking at this and why it's complex and why we have webinars like this that over 1,000 people register for, is because you have the NAR that kicked all of the rulemaking to the 500 different MLSs that are all going to do it differently. And then in addition to that, you have Zillow blanket with actually a national policy. And so you've got to figure out, does your local MLS adhere to their national policy? And so you've got these different layers that each of us practitioners out there are trying to understand so that we don't harm our sellers in what we are moving forward with, what we think are the best intentions and how we market their property. And the last thing that we want is to harm them in any way, because obviously we're their fiduciary and we're trying to do the best for them at the root of all of this.
Well, on this note, since we're right there, actually,